Turkey. What a great meal. My name's Rob Barrett and you're watching Cooking for Dads. I'm going to show you how to cook a turkey in a salt dome that keeps all the juices in, makes the meat incredibly tender, and just tastes incredible. It is the best turkey you will ever have, I promise. Here's how you do it. So one of the most important parts is picking your turkey. There are lots and lots of options, and you can get the frozen kind, which then you have to thaw. So if you need to do that, we're not going to cover that today. You have to go to the earliest video that I did. We talk all about the various ways to thaw a turkey. Today, what I got is a fresh turkey, which is down here, which is great if you're like me and it's the last minute because it's already unfrozen and ready to go. So first thing we're going to do is just open it up. Okay, pull this thing out. Nothing good comes from these things. They always overcook your turkey, and we're going to cook it with internal temperature, so throw this away. Okay, take all this stuff out of this neck cavity. These are your gizzards and stuff. Get rid of this metal thing that holds your legs in. You won't need that. Take the neck out of the main cavity of the bird. Wash it and pat it dry. All right, we're gonna make our salt dome for this. This is what seals in all the juices and just makes a great cooking environment for our turkey. We can either use this ice cream salt from Morton's, or you can use the big box of kosher salt, which is a little bit finer. Get 3 or 4 boxes of the salt, and you're gonna put it in a big pan. For each box of salt, you're gonna add 1 egg white, a 1/4 cup of flour, and a 1/2 cup of water. Then stir that all together, and then we're going to put it all over our turkey. All right, I've got my roasting pan. I'm going to put down some tin foil on it so that the cleanup goes a lot easier. You will thank me for it. Then we're going to take our turkey and put it on upside down so that the breast is downward. In the body cavity, put in some slices of orange, and some slices of lemon, and a little bit of onion. Next, we're going to make a slight wall of tin foil around our bird to keep the salt from just flying all over the place. Next, take your meat thermometer and we're going to stick it into the thickest part of the breast. This is very important since we can't see when the bird is done. We're going to cook it to a specific temperature. Make sure it's a place where you can see it, because that's how you're going to tell that it's done. Next, we're going to cover the entire bird with our salt, making sure that there's no spaces. We're going to cook this turkey at 275 upside down for 2 reasons. One, it cooks it really slow, and therefore the meat gets tender. And this way the fat comes down and keeps the breast from getting too dried out. But it takes a little bit longer, so we're going to put the information on the website for how long to cook these turkeys. You're going to cook it until the internal temp is 155. That's the important thing, not the time, but that the internal temperature is 155. We're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. It'll raise up to 160, and it's going to be perfect. $155. Perfect. We pulled the turkey out, let it sit for 5 minutes. As you can see, the temperature went up to 160. Pull this out. It's a little warm. Now this formed a pretty tough crust. So what we're going to do is cut this open, take it over here, and carve it up. We have to cut this crust off first. You do want to scrape the excess salt off of it. Now this is the bottom side, so it's not as big a deal, but any excess salt that you can scrape off of it, let's do that. Pull out the orange and the lemon. Now you'll notice on this side there's not much excess salt left. The only part that should be salty is the skin. So you take off the skin and you have nothing left but good tasting meat. Look how tender that is. Look how juicy that is. That is good, dripping wet turkey. Okay, now this turkey is not the prettiest turkey in the world. It's not the kind you bring to the table and say, look, Norman Rockwell family, look how wonderful my cooking is. But what it is it's really good meat. It's not gonna be dry, it's gonna be really tasty. So we're gonna carve it up here, then take it to the table and serve it. Look at that. Now, is that moist turkey right there, or what? That's what we call moist turkey. Good times. Look how this meat just falls right off the bone. It just crumbles. That's what happens when you have that low cooking temperature. So that's how you cook a turkey in a salt dome crust. It's the best turkey you'll ever have. My name's Rob Barrett. You're watching Cooking for Dads. Cook well. It is worth it.